Good morning! I'm here at the Hollowell Park, and I've just spent the last few minutes watching these moose, which has been really awesome. And I'm here at the Hollowell Park, and this is a great spot because, as you can see, there's no one else here. This is right off Bear Lake Road, and like I said, it's just kind of a little pull-off that not too many people know about. It's not even 7 o'clock, and like I said, I've got this whole place to myself. Meanwhile, Bear Lake parking is probably full right now, and if it's not full, it's filling up fast. So we've got some beautiful blue skies, so I'm going to try and go ahead and sneak this hike in real quick while we still got this beautiful weather. Because as always, we're going to have the afternoon clouds showing up. And today, I'm going to be going for Steep Mountain. Although it's going to be a short hike at only 1.2 miles, it's definitely got some elevation gain. It's going to be pretty much straight up. I'm getting a start time here of about 10 after 7. And this is real straightforward. We're pretty much just going to walk the trail here, hanging around to the left until we get to the base of the ridge, and then just follow that on up to the summit. I have a feeling this thing's going to be really steep because it was over 1,300 feet of elevation gain in 1.2 miles, and the first half mile is flat, so we're going to get some elevation gain here in a moment. So as I make my way down here to the base of the ridge, I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for some kind of marker or possibly even a social trail that'll split off to the right and head up the ridge. Well, I'm not seeing too much over here in terms of a marker or a social trail, so I'm just going to kind of head up right here where this little baby tree is and just start up the ridge. And now I know how this mountain got its name. This thing is steep. I'm just glad it's short. Got a hummingbird right there in front of us. I don't know if you can see him or not. That's looking back at where I've come from. You can see the trail split down there. However, as I was working my way up, looks like I did come across a trail. I never saw where this started, but I'm going to go ahead and follow it right now and see where it goes. I really hope this thing goes all the way to the top because I was not enjoying having to walk on all these flowers. I was not liking it at all. And this is really fun back here. It's just a really kind of a mild little fun little challenge, and I'm going to keep heading up right here. Remember how there were kind of like two humps at the top of this mountain? Well, right now I'm in between the two, kind of like this little saddle. I've been hiking for about 45 minutes, and I just need to go up to the true summit. I feel like staying to the left over here is going to keep me on slightly higher ground, whereas if I dip off to the right, it looks like I start to go downhill a lot more. So like always, you want to stay high. Looks like I'm at the lowest point here in the saddle, where I'm going to pick the trail up here to the left, and it will wind up to the summit. And that shouldn't take more than like 10 to 15 minutes, I wouldn't think. And just before the summit, looks like I got this nice little rock scramble. Awesome. This stuff is fun. Because you know, when you're on this, most of the time you're getting close to the top. And after some minor class 3 moves, which I would consider minor class 3, had to pull myself up in a few spots. But I'm up here now to pretty much the top. I just need to go over there and find the highest spot. I'm not quite on the highest point yet, but wow, the views are amazing. So what I need to do now is basically just walk this little ridge right here to the top. Well, looks like I'm not on the summit yet. Looks like that point over there is going to be the highest. And as I hike to the true summit, I just now realized that I left all my water in the car. And I'm thirsty. And this is going to be the true summit of Steep Mountain right here. Nice. This was much more difficult than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to walk up a grass hill. But it was way more to it than that. And I'm up here. It took me 1 hour and 25 minutes to get up here, which is not too bad. I mean, considering we went up 1,300 feet in like a half mile. That's looking down on Moraine Park. You're gonna have Eagle Cliff Mountain at the end of it on the right, Deer Mountain on the left. I found the most comfortable spot up here on the summit of Steep Mountain with just the most amazing view of Longs and the surrounding mountains. And there are a few flies up here, but not as bad as some of the other ones I've been on recently. And I think that's because there's no water up here, which I wish there was, because I got a water straw, man. All I need is a frickin' puddle and I can get a drink. That's looking back up at the beautiful summit of Steep Mountain, and I'm starting to get a little bit thirsty. So it's time to go. It's time to head on back. And what I need to do now is just kind of work my way back up and over this little summit ridge, this little rocky area, and basically just look for the easiest way down at that point. Instead of fighting my way across that rocky ridge, I'm staying to the east of it over here where it's flat, and I'm gonna go exploring this way and see if there's an easier way down. I think there's gotta be. So really, this is the best way to come up. Stay in on this flat area right here. You know, no need to go up there on the ridge. Stay over here where it's nice and easy. I would have done this earlier, but I thought the summit was on one of those little rocky ridges. I didn't know it was like so far back. So I have a decision to make right here. I know that way is going to lead back. However, it does get really nasty through there, and I'll have to down climb that little class 3 section that I was saying was class 3. It's probably really not though. Or I could try to work my way up and over these rocks right here, and then I'll be on that east face, and I might be able to just walk it right down grass to the trail. I'm not really sure. I think it's worth a look though. And this is what I was hoping to find. I can drink out of that. I'm saved. Damn, I should get a drink and go back up to the summit and chill. I didn't drink all of it, but I drank a lot of it. I was watching the level just go down with each chug. That life straw is invaluable. That thing has literally saved the day more times than I can count. It's really worth it to have one in your backpack. It's basically weightless and it's 20 bucks. You know, even if you do something stupid like leave your water in the car or, you know, hike 6 miles out to a mountain and spill all your water, that little water straw will save the day. All you need to do is find yourself a little puddle and you're good to go. No waiting for water tablets to dissolve or nothing. Just stick that thing in and start drinking. My only complaint today is that the water was a little warm. Well, I got to the top and I crossed through the little gap in the rocks up there. And I think this is going to be the way to go. I definitely think staying on the east side is going to be better. I can already see a pretty good trail right there. Although there is a trail out here that looks ancient, by the way, it's extremely difficult to stay on. I'm constantly getting off of it, getting back on it, getting off of it, getting back on it. But there is definitely one out here. When you look up at this mountain, you'll notice it has two humps. I'm kind of working my way down in between the two, down the gully. If you're able to stay on this trail though, it's nice. It picks out a clear path down. Ideally, this is what you want to be looking at on the way up. And then it kind of splits off to the right. And it just popped out to a clearing. And there's the trail that I want to be on right there. Looks like I just need to continue down. And if I come out to that trail where I think I'm gonna, then I missed this from the very beginning. I almost shouldn't have taken the left at that initial split. Looks like you would have just headed over straight at that point. Oh well, showed you the southeast ridge and the east face. This stuff through here is real loose too. You got to really watch your footing, because this is the type of stuff that you'll be walking down, step on a rock and it will just completely dislodge from the ground and you'll go down with it. This is a really tough trail to stay on, and I have a feeling I'm going to lose it big time right here in all this grass. However, you know, if you want to come up, take note of where this thing is right here and the tree line, and also where the junction is in the trail split. So you want to just come straight up here, and then once you're up here, oh, it gets rough, but the trail picks up right through those trees right there. It's really faint and really hard to find. I'm continuing to just come down this east slope right here, and it's not too bad at all. Just a lot of high grass, flowers, and those little shrubs. Alright, back on the main trail. Let's take one final look at how you want to do it. See the two humps? You want to go up the right one. Right there, across, over, and then back to the true summit. Almost back to the trailhead. And that was another beautiful hike. Really fun too. You know, if you're looking for something kind of exciting off the beaten path, and if you're looking for some seclusion as well within the busy confines of Rocky Mountain National Park, this is the hike for you. This is a really fun one, I mean, because I guarantee you're not going to see anybody else doing that mountain. If you do, if you come out here to hike it and you see somebody else, God, man, you might as well just go buy a lottery ticket, because that's your lucky day. I'm back at the car and done with the hike, and it's just a few minutes past 11. And that was another great one, another hidden gem in Rocky Mountain National Park. I mean, it was a pretty tough hike, but if you can get up to that summit, it's totally worth it. The summit views up there were amazing. I mean, you've got everything from like Long's Peak to Flat Top just right in your face. You know, and I'm thinking with my little out of the way at the beginning, it was probably about 1.5 miles up and probably about 1.2 miles down because I went the direct way back. So looking at a total of around 2.7. But what a great day. What a beautiful day to be out hiking. So glad I came out. And until the next one, y'all, peace. This is why you want to get to the park early, folks, so you don't have to wait in this nonsense. I guarantee these people are going to be waiting here for a minute as everybody has to get up there and pay $25 with their credit card. Dude, it takes forever. You can't just show up here at 11 o'clock and expect to get into the park without waiting an hour. You got to get here early. Sucks to be them.